Caribbean Chronicles by Liesel. Up and about in Barbados. Whenever I travel, I try to leave a few days where I can go exploring myself. So do things that I don't need a guide or a tour for. On this episode, I'll be sharing with you a few of those things that I got to do whilst in Barbados, as well as a few impressions of my arrival in Barbados. Some of the things I did included visiting the Barbados Museum, the George Washington House, my 2 visits to Oistins Bay, grabbing lunch at Tim's and Granny's, coming across Bavon's Market on my way to the rum tour at Mount Gay, where I met a lovely lady who sells snacks, and you will also get to hear from her in this video. Of course, I went to some cafes including Blush Cafe, Surfers Cafe, Chill Bar and Grill, and a few others. One thing that really gets me going is the possibility of coming across places I wouldn't have seen if I didn't just decide to get up and walk. For example, the boardwalk on my way to Surfers Cafe. How many places have you accidentally stumbled on whilst traveling? Come along, let's check this out.
Flights are lifted. This is a non-smoking flight and the use of electronic cigarettes is prohibited. In case of evacuation, leave your hand luggage behind. The cabin crew wearing the wet badge is in charge of your safety. We wish you a very pleasant flight.
Mesdames et messieurs, nous vous demandons maintenant quelques instants d'attention afin de suivre les démonstrations de sécurité concernant les procédures de notre appareil.
There you go. I am in Barbados. I just kind of landed, and the good thing is I can take a bus to my Airbnb, so you know I'll be doing that. Okay, repent or perish. Okay, got it. Straight in your face. Weather's great. Walking up to the bus stop. Maybe I should stop so you can get it. Here you go. We're here. I'm going to the bus stop. I want to catch the bus to town. I don't know how many minutes it's gonna take, but let's do this until it's there. My first day in Barbados was truly packed. I headed over to my Airbnb, checked in, made my way down to the cruise port where I got on my first catamaran and snorkeling tour. If you'd like to see more about that, click on the link on the right side of the screen now. Afterwards, it was off to Oistins for Friday's event, which is a must-do if you're visiting Barbados. It was cool to see the live performances, to get some drinks and get a bite. I did not stay too long because it was my first night and I really needed to know, okay, what's going on, what's the lay of the land. But it was cool to see Oistins on a Friday night, and it's something I would recommend you do. So, day 1, 2023. I am walking to supposed to be somewhere that has a terrace because I want to sit on the terrace and edit some stuff, but I'll show you the place I'm staying. That's the way to the public beach. You can walk down there. I walked down there yesterday. It's not a very sunny day. I think there'll be there are quite a number of people on the beach, but that's the bus which I will be taking. Those are the small bus stops from the white buses that, you know, make the funny sounds that you can take. As you can hear, this is like the major road. Yeah. So I'm gonna walk past a couple of things that I will show you. I don't know if walking on the other side is better, but let's go. That's the bus stop and says out of city. I don't know if it says, and the other one would say, yeah, because it's going out of the city, so it says that. Happy New Year. So it says out of the city, so probably the one going into the city would say into the city. So I'm gonna do a bit of a walk and capture a bit of Barbados for you. So look at that. I walked down past this way yesterday when I was going to eat Blakey's. That's where I ate yesterday. Very good food. Special drink from the barkeeper. I don't think I'll film the 20 minutes because, yeah, I might cross over and show you Blakey's a bit in daytime because I don't know if I have time to show it again. So I might do that. So you see Blakey's and let's see. Chill out reservation. Okay. Let's show you. So it's closed, but you see the walkway. I don't know, can you go through the boardwalk? Welcome to the boardwalk. Okay, wow. Oh, I didn't even know that. Look at this. So I'm going to follow it and see where I come to, but it's not bad. It's actually not bad. Oh, nice. And I was going to walk on the road, but there's no need for me to do that. I can walk on this side, which is a lot more a plane's landing. Wow, I wouldn't have known this. Okay, it's water, like that's why people surf around here. Schön, du kannst ja auch hier laufen. I think you can run on this. I don't exactly know where it starts. Oh. Okay, so since 2012 they've had it. So you could walk along the waterfront and I would see all the other places maybe. Just considering sit there and then find one. I could walk, well none of them seem to have sockets because they're not proper restaurants, so I will find one that has sockets and then sit there. It's hot. It's hot, but it's cool. There's the tapas, which I think is a tapas restaurant. This might work, but so we get to this beach, whichever one this is really rough. I don't know why people are in it, but I'm sure they like jumping waves. Let's see which one it is, and then we'll go get our feet wet for a while. Boardwalk is rather rough for some rock riders. Let's get our feet wet. Oh my god, look at those waves. But I'm wanting to get my feet wet before I get to where I'm going to, and then we'll talk you away. At the end of it, when work out to it, I think that's where I'm going. I think this might be Accra Beach, which is big. It's big and it is a strong wave, so good for people who want to surf or jump waves, depending on what your pleasure is. So that's where I'm going at the end. I'm not a huge fan of pink, but in this case I like what they did with it because it wasn't an overkill. I mean, from outside when you see the cafe you think, oh my god, I'm gonna suffocate in pink, but it's not like that. The mixture with the pale green and having different shades of pink and the furnishing just makes it likable, at least for me. I also like the plants in here because the one right next to the couch is one of the ones I considered having in my living room. I don't have it yet, and the tagline is also cool because I think if I had posted a picture I would actually write, "You make me blush." So I got myself a cappuccino and a sandwich. What is kuku?
Kuku is, it's like powdered yam. It's okra mixed with corn.
No, I haven't had it.
But you have to go to like an old woman local. Have it with flying fish or you can have saltfish. You have to have a load of dumpling. It's just like when you have powdered yam with soup.
Yeah.
And it soaks it off.
So, this is like my last full day and night in Barbados. And I want to try and see some things. So the Judge Washington House is one of them, which you are seeing right in front of me. I'm right opposite the garrison, and there's the Garrison Road. Who knows? Don't know why my eyes itching. Look, headquarters. Oh, okay. This is not like, it's not a tourist site. Is it? Photos of the National Marine Inquiry at the office. But the Judge Washington house is further up. This is the house of the main guards. It's not what I thought it was, but you see the arrow showing the Judge Washington house. So let's keep going till we get there. So the pictures are kind of like deceptive because I thought that was the house, but it's not it. Something else. The Stafford House, their office is in there, the side of the racetrack. Office, and it's $20 and you get an audio guide and you have numbers, and there's a cinema with a movie. Cinema is indoors, so if it's hot, that's something you might want to start with, but I'm starting at numero 1 and we're off. Wait.
This was not actually George's journey, but rather that of his older half-brother, Lawrence Washington. For the last few years, Lawrence had been suffering from tuberculosis, what they called consumption in those days. Becoming increasingly ill, he was starting to run out of treatment options. However, he had been told that tropical weather might bring about a recovery. Determined to find a solution, he planned to journey to the West Indies. They could have easily been wrecked on the coral reefs surrounding the island, which otherwise provided an effective natural defense against invading forces. Having avoided disaster, the vessel came around the south of the island to anchor in Carlisle Bay, with Bridgetown situated at its northern end. Carlisle Bay was not only the main harbor for Barbados, but also a mega transshipment port for the region, able to service up to 400 ships at any one time.
It's an interesting house. I like how open and everything it is. And it's 5. So the house really interesting. I like the way. So this is 2. I already listened to 2. We're gonna go back in because I saw 5. This is the house, And there's the gate to the tunnels. We're going to do that, but I'm just going to walk in and see the rest of the house. I haven't been upstairs, and I just freaked out because I couldn't find my lens cover as usual. Always doing that. I don't know why I do that, but that one has a different color. Wow, look at the weather. Absolutely gorgeous weather. Let us go see what is upstairs, and let's listen to 5 before we go upstairs, and that's 6. I don't know if you're actually allowed to sit. Probably not. So air conditioner.
With George's condition improved, Lawrence was not feeling so positive. He had not seen any improvement in his health. However, Lawrence was not prepared to give up on life just yet, and so started to consider Bermuda as an alternative. Further north, it had cooler temperatures and was much closer to home. While Lawrence made plans to journey to Bermuda, George needed to get back home. His first contract in the fast-approaching land surveying season was scheduled to begin in February 1752, and with another 6-week non-stop journey ahead of him, he left the island on the 22nd of December. He arrived back in Virginia with a few weeks to spare, completing what would turn out to be the only foreign overseas trip of his entire life. George Washington would never leave the shores of what would soon become mainland USA ever again. Lawrence moved to Bermuda.
So I'm sitting with George.
October 7, 1751. Saw many fish swimming about us, of which a dolphin we catched at noon, but could not entice with a baited hook. 2 barracudas which played under our stern for some hours. The dolphin, being small, we had it dressed for supper. October 20, 1751. A constant succession of hard winds, squalls of rain, and calms was the remarkable attendance of this day, which was so sudden and flighty, we durst not go under any but reefed sails, and those that we could, double reefed. October 30, 1751. This morning arose with agreeably assurances of a certain and steady trade wind, which after near 5 weeks buffeting and being tossed by a fickle and merciless ocean, was gladdening news. November 2nd, 1751. And found we land greatly there at about 3 weeks distance, when by our reckonings we should have been there 150 leagues to the windward, we to leeward, about the distance above mentioned. Had we been but 3 or 4.
So I have to find his book. It's called The Interesting Narrative of the Life of Olodra Equino, or Gustavus Vassa, the African. I think it'd be very interesting to read. It was a 20-minute movie, and then I'll head over to the tunnels. I think I had 7. That's what's an 8.
exports from Barbados back to Britain. Then extrapolated those figures to other British assets within the West Indies and came to realize the British were making a lot more money down here than they were in the entire North American territories. It was not like making 50% more, but more like making 500%. In 76, they declared independence. George Washington knew at this point they could not win this war against the British. They were too strong and, of course, had been inoculating their troops against smallpox for years. He knew they had to find some way to divide or distract the British if they were to be successful. In 1778, George Washington came up with the answer by allying with the French.
Let's see what this looks like. Oh, okay. Okay. $203. Does it really work?
News by sending.
Oh Lord. Okay. Oh my God. I don't know how. Oh Jesus. I don't know how far this thing goes. Gosh. Wait, I'm gonna put on my phone. Oh my God, this is so narrow. Oh my God. This is so narrow. I hope that's like a mirror at the end of it. I think it's a mirror. Like they walled it off. Jesus Christ. Why is it this narrow? Like, I definitely think if you're fat, you can't escape. Does it branch out? Anywhere? I have to take a picture. Jeez. Okay. Wait, how long does this thing go for? My God, this is totally creepy, seriously. No. Like, gosh. It's hot. It's hot, and it probably would have been dark. Whoa. Whew. No, that was not fun. This is the Barbados Museum. I'm hoping that we'll learn something of relevance about the history of the people and everything. The building does certainly look old. There's a cannon, there's the flag, main entrance, pointing to the shop building, water trough in front. Let's go find out what's going on. This is Oistins, and usually on Friday night this place is crazy. Like on this stage they're like different artists, and you see all these houses, they're all restaurants, like all over here. Restaurants with massive people. You can't see any of this floor. Like the day I came, it was crazy, like shops, everything, and it's usually Fridays, and then you can get a lot of the local food and something. So now it's relatively empty, right? But that stage is used for different types of performances, and I got some drinks from Tipsy. I think I'll walk you to where I got my food. I got my food somewhere here. Short bar. I got my food there. This is where I got my food. Here. You can actually get something to drink. They're open. I think, yeah, I got from Yvonne's. Square was horrible. Wow. Okay, this is where I was sitting. Crazy. Some of it is still open. Just navigate through a little and show you. So you can get food to eat here still, but I don't want anything. May I invite you to join me for a Bayesian meal in my Airbnb. I got this from the restaurant Granny's. This is really the first time I'm getting like local food from a local restaurant. It was recommended to me. The dish I wanted, which is called kuku, I think, which is very similar to Nigerian food, is only available tomorrow. So I'm going to try to go get it tomorrow. But for today, I settled for cream potatoes with chicken curry. And I took it away, and this is literally my Airbnb eating area. It has an epic feel. The house in itself is 150 years old, and this is the annex where the Airbnb is. So you see I've got a proper kitchen and a cooker and everything. I don't really use it. So let's dig in. Say hi. Who are you?
I'm Lorna.
Lorna. Lorna sells some pastries right next to the Barbados market, probably every day.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can get, and that means you also have a fish cutter.
I do like fish cake.
Ah, fish
Then
cake, but
bread
not
and
fish
food.
cutter.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. So guys, I am getting something really, like Tim's does like traditional food. So you gotta, so that's the cuckoo that I heard about. They've got the shepherd's pie as well. Got all the stuff, but they've got literally all the cool traditional stuff that you might want to try if you're visiting. I'll be showing you Tim's a little. There you go. So this is cuckoo and lamb. So probably maybe the black-bellied sheep that we saw. And we are in Tim's. I'm gonna find out how it tastes. Welcome to Bridgetown, the capital. I'm just gonna walk you through the few things that I can show you now, and then head off. This is the bus station where you actually get the buses going to really other areas of town. So it's not actually what I'm looking for. I have to go find where I'm going to get the bus to Oistins. These are like further out places like Betsiba and the rest of them. And then you have a ticket office where you get the bus. So I'm going to go out and find out where my bus actually lives from. It doesn't leave from here. But anyways, I got to see this. So if you wanted to go to Betsiba or look for it, I think I saw it must have been like 4 or something. I can show you. So Martins Bay, Bowman Station, Betsiba. So that's 5, between 5 and 6. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Yours truly, Liesel81.